Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a sly and cunning fox. He was known for his ability to trick other animals in the forest and get away with it. One sunny day, while strolling through the forest, the fox saw a beautiful vineyard full of ripe, juicy grapes. The grapes looked so delicious that the fox could not resist trying them. The fox tried jumping up to pluck the grapes, but they were too high for him to reach. He tried stretching his legs, but it was of no use. The fox then tried to climb up the vines, but they were too thin to hold his weight. Frustrated and disappointed, the fox finally gave up. As he was leaving the vineyard, the fox muttered to himself, "Those grapes were probably sour anyway. I don't need them." He then walked away with a proud strut, trying to hide his disappointment. A little bird, who had been watching the fox all this time, heard what he said and decided to teach him a lesson. "Excuse me, Mr. Fox," the bird chirped. "I couldn't help but overhear what you said about those grapes. Are you sure you don't want to try them?" The fox was embarrassed but didn't want to show it. "Of course not," he replied. "They were probably sour anyway." The bird smiled and said, "You know, Mr. Fox, sometimes we convince ourselves that things we cannot have are not worth having. But in reality, it's just a way of masking our own shortcomings. If you cannot reach the grapes, it does not mean that they are not sweet and delicious. It just means that you need to try harder to get them." The fox realized that the little bird was right. He had let his own pride and stubbornness get in the way of his desire to taste the grapes. From that day on, he promised himself that he would never again give up so easily. The moral of the story is that sometimes we tend to belittle things we cannot have just because we cannot achieve them. It's important to remember that not everything comes easy, and sometimes we need to try harder to reach our goals. Thanks for watching.